We're getting the numbers and the light fixtures installed today. There's just been a minor setback. I might have told Martin to bang on the number and it snapped.
Oh, no.
You broke it?
Yeah.
It worked last year when my dad did it.
You're gonna warp it.
Yeah.
I guess that looks pretty good.
What does a mom do when she wants things done right? She does it herself. Welcome to season 2 of DIY Mom. As a mompreneur, having a side hustle like an Airbnb listing has really kept me going when business is slow. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I cannot wait to get this place finished and listed. The dingy entrance is not setting me up for success. When my guests arrive, I want to make a great first impression. Part of my apartment theme is to bring the historic feel of old Halifax into the apartment. And one of the ways I've done this is to make the original brick stone foundation wall a shining part of the decor. So now I want to incorporate that same charming historic vibe into the front entrance. I've brought in a few samples of tiles that I can try to match to the original stone. And I ended up finding a great floor tile at Wacky's that can be laid in a herringbone pattern. So that's going to set the tone for the apartment design as soon as my guests step through the front door.
This is my first time actually seeing the tile in the space, so I'm really happy that it's like a nice balance between the red brick and the brown and the stone. So I think it's actually a pretty good choice because I didn't want to get like a real engine red brick. I wanted to have a little bit of a gray, softer effect. So this is going to come in right up into the landing here at the bottom of the steps. And then when you come into the apartment, you are going to see this wall. I think this is going to be a great choice. I think it's going to look really beautiful when it's installed. The narrow and long shape to these tiles will make a really nice herringbone effect, and it'll work really well with the fact that this entrance is not square. With a smaller tile, you've got to keep an eye on it just to make sure you don't drift too far, and that's why we've got these chalk lines marked for our 45 and our center line that we want to keep our pattern on. And it's going to have a nice way of connecting the outside with what's inside this apartment, so that it kind of feels like you're coming in from an old place in Halifax into an old apartment, which this is. And it just connects the dots between the location of this apartment in the city and the style that the apartment is going to be when it's all renovated.
I have a soft spot for tiling. I feel like it takes an artistic touch, so it hits my creativity nerve in the right place. And I find the pattern and task mentally soothing. Now that I've got the use of the wet saw down, I'm moving along at a good pace. And the more I see this tile all laid out, the more I love it. I'm trying to be careful to use all my offcuts so I don't run out of tile, but the corners can be a bit tricky. Once the tiling is done, we can fix up the laundry room with some drywall. I've ordered a new stackable washer and dryer small enough to get this door closed, and framing in the space will tidy it up and make it so much easier to maintain. The stairs down to the apartment are looking pretty tarnished. The easiest, cleanest thing to do will be to carpet them. I wanted something that looked natural to go with the brick and the historic design of the space, and I knew this was the one when the color description called it jute. It looks like a natural jute fiber rug, but it's not actually made from jute. But it goes with the vibe of the brick and the rest of the space, adding another natural fiber, natural texture in here, much like the wood and the stone and everything else we've got going on. This stain-resistant carpet is perfect. You can sweep it, wash it, vacuum it, and it never gets dirty or old looking. It's just right for this transition between the outside and the inside. I got a lesson from the experts today, learning how to install a commercial-grade carpet with Wacky's flooring. I've done a lot of staircase runners in my own do-it-yourself style, and today I'm getting some pointers from the experts, so the next time I do it, I can do it the way the pros do it. Sometimes you can restore an old door, but in the case of this one, it has really passed its prime. The old door was looking pretty trashy. It was really falling apart. This is something that a paint job can't really fix. I'm on the hunt for a new front door at Home Hardware, and I would love to get a door with frosted glass to let the light in. I've looked at options in the showroom and in the catalogs. and now the installation team is coming out to measure the space and go over my selection with me. We talked about potentially doing a transom and a window, but that would mean moving the electrical and getting rid of the mailbox. Even though I love the look and the idea of this wider door with lots of light, it feels like it's becoming too complicated. So I've backed away from that idea and I'm going to look for the right glass door instead. It's a cold January morning and Jim from Home Installs is here to install a brand new front door from Coltech for me. The Home Installs program is available through Home Hardware. You can get financing, all the staff is fully insured, and they guarantee their installation 100%. So if you've got a project big or small, inside or outside, you can reach out to the Home Installs program to do that job for you. The new door that I got from Coltech has this great big glass panel. It's frosted for privacy, but it's gonna let that light into the foyer. The price of the door fits into my budget, the turnaround works with my timeline, and the cashmere cladding they have in stock is a perfect match to the trim paint I already have. The Wiser Smart Lock on it with the PIN code, just a really easy way for my Airbnb guests to get in and out of the house and just have that peace of mind that nobody's gonna get locked out. In less than a day, we have a new door, and wow, is the foyer ever bright now. In the end, it all worked out that I stuck to my budget and just replaced the door. I only have a few final touches and this apartment is finally ready to list. A Hudson Valley light fixture for the exterior, some new house numbers, and when the spring comes, I'll be ready to put some planters and plants out on the stoop. Now the whole apartment feels cohesive and really plays the neighborhood it is located in. The vibrant North End is full of life and an ideal location for a guest who is traveling to Halifax for that authentic experience. It's hard to believe that 10 years ago I was delivering pizzas and saving up my pennies to buy this building. Just a few blocks from the apartment, I pop into a local improv troupe's performance to celebrate the completion of my renovation journey.
She does it herself. You might know her as DIY Mom. We'll give you a lot of tips and tricks to being a great mom, but her real name is Rebekah Higgs.
I thought it would be a fun idea since I just renovated an Airbnb up the street to show people when they come to Halifax how they can have a real Halifax experience by coming to a comedy show. I used to deliver pizzas for Salvatore's. Went to Camp Hill and I left my car running, grabbed the stack of pizzas, ran up to the elevator. And the elevator was really full and I was in the back of the elevator with my pizzas and all these like people that are, you know, like they've lived a lot, are in the elevator with me. And then it turns out I had to go up to the second floor. So I'm like, excuse me, to get past all these old folks to get out to the second floor, deliver my pizzas, get my tip, and decide, okay, I'm not taking the elevator. It was only one flight, so I'm gonna take the stairs. And I run down to the bottom of the stairs and I go to open the door and it doesn't open. And I look at my cell phone, it's like one of those old flip phones, it's like 12 years ago, and like there's like, you know, it's on red already, there's like 10% left, and I'm like, and then I try to bang on the door, and it's one of those silent doors, you know, that like you can't even get a good like, So I decide to call 911, which anybody would do in that situation. And they say, hello, what's your emergency? I say, I am stuck in a stairwell. Okay, well, that's not an emergency. So she puts me on the line with the 811 guy, and he's like, okay, where are you? I'm like, I'm in Camp Hill, and I'm stuck in a stairwell. So he calls the security desk, and the security desk is like probably about a decade younger than the people that live in the hospital. So he's like, hello? And she's like, there's a woman stuck in the stairwell. What? Where? I don't know where she is. You know, he's so confused. My car's running outside. There's more pizzas to be delivered. And time is ticking. And then all of a sudden I hear a door open. This really, really, really old janitor looks in and goes, are you the girl that's stuck in the stairwell? With the apartment completely renovated and listed, I can start dreaming up my next project. Maybe it's time to expand my Airbnb repertoire with another space. I hope you're feeling inspired to take on a renovation. Or come visit the magical city of Halifax. The East Coast Oasis awaits you as your home away from home. Thanks for watching Season 2 of DIY Mom.